Stock next to an action van. Like, look at that mirror. Look at that height difference. And then the Weldtec next to the action van. Van life. I should park next to them. My van looks lonely. You know what I like about vans? I like a lot of things about vans. One of them is they look really cool lifted. They just stand out lifted. It's really cool to have something a little bit different. The main reason I liked having a van today is because I'm headed home from a road trip. I'm getting over a minor sickness. I don't feel too horrible. I felt good enough to go on a road trip. But I got sleepy driving home, so I pulled over into this rest area to take a nap. I took a 45-minute nap comfortably because I have a van. Woke up, got some food out of my fridge, ate, got on my laptop. Here's how I have internet. So yeah, just hanging out, just enjoying my moment on the road. It's back to reality tomorrow, back to work tomorrow. Before I head home, I want to take this time to welcome my new subscribers. Most of the comments I get on YouTube or messages I get on Instagram are questions or comments related to lifted vans. So to my new subscribers, are you planning on getting a van? Do you have a van yet? Are you planning on lifting your van? Is your van already lifted? What brand do you got? Do you got a 4x4 conversion? I enjoy van content in general. They don't even have to be lifted. That's why everyone is welcome to my lifted van meets. So I want to give a couple of shout outs here. So first shout out here is to Chris, one of my friends on YouTube and Instagram that I talked to about lifted vans. So I will pin his Instagram in the comments. So I got a question for you, Chris. So Chris, he ordered an Action Van Suspension Lift Kit. He's in Florida. So Action Van Suspension and Weldtec are based out of Southern California. So Action Van charges $300 to ship to Florida. Weldtec was going to charge him $600 to ship to Florida, basically across the United States. So Chris, leave it in the comments for people to see. Why did you go with Action Van versus Weldtec? Was it because of the price difference? Was it because of my videos? I have friends who have Action Van and Weldtec lifts, and it's pretty cool that we happen to be able to be in the same spot, go on the same trails, and I'm able to park both lift kits side by side. So my friends with a combination of Action Van and Weldtecs were able to park side by side, so you guys could get an idea of the size of the lift. Two lifted vans, one on a Weldtec lift and one on an Action Van lift. Both have the same size tires. Weldtec style. Need a front mount tow hitch. Right there, Action Van style. Pivot relocation brackets. Right there. Right there. And then same size tires, 285, 75, 16. So yeah, if you're thinking about a lift kit, here's both companies who advertise the same amount of lift. Where's mine at? There you go. 285, 75, 16. So perfect. Same size tires, lift kits from both companies. Both companies lift the van 5 inches. My last van build was on an Action Van lift. My current van build is on a Weldtec. And when I got the Weldtec, first I gotta say Weldtec is a great product. If you're a big fan of Weldtec and you could budget their lift kit price, support Weldtec by buying their lift kit. That's a great way to tell Weldtec thank you for all your content. They run a YouTube channel. But if you're like me, blue collar, every penny matters, and Weldtec is just a little bit too expensive. I always tell my friends, look into Action Van. It's cheaper than Weldtec, but it's not the lesser product. Van life right next to me. Let me go outside more. Actually, I'll continue talking here. Cool thing about a van is the center console is so big I could put my laptop right there. But yeah, I always said Action Van is the cheaper product, but it's not the lesser product. It's every bit as good as Weldtec. And all my friends who have went with Action Van suspension, they all told me they're really impressed with the Action Van suspension and they're really happy with it. And they all say the same thing, the ride improved nicely. That's the thing with any lifted truck. A lot of times when you lift a truck, the ride gets worse. And Action Van and Weldtec, they both improve the ride. I've had both kits, and both kits have improved the ride. I just always felt like Weldtec isn't worth the extra money over Action Van. And a lot of my friends did go with Action Van because of the price difference, because they couldn't budget a Weldtec. So let me know, Chris, did you just go with Action Van because of the price difference? Or did you really like the research I've done and videos I showed you guys showing both vans side by side on the same trail? So it would be nice to know in the comment section for people interested in an Action Van. Like I said, for some of us, every penny matters. We're earning every cent we make the hard way. So, money doesn't grow on trees for a lot of us. And then one more shout out I want to give to is to Nobu3629. So he liked a bunch of my Instagram pictures. I share a lot of my van on Instagram, so he liked a bunch of my van pictures. So anytime someone likes one of my pictures or several of my pictures, I always click back on their account to like back what they have. And I clicked on this guy's account, and he's in Japan. So check out his account for amazing pictures of his Econoline in Japan. Really cool scenery. It's Japan, so it's a different country, so you're gonna see different things. So check out his Instagram. Check out Chris's Instagram. So Chris, man, you gotta share your experience with the Action Van lift, because a lot of people, man, like I said, every penny matters. And people are gonna research because they want to spend their hard-earned money wisely. All right, everyone, headed home now. It was nice to take a nap, for real, comfortably. That's why it's awesome to have a van. If you're thinking about getting a van, get a van. Better if you get it lifted.